Welcome back to the channel, guys. So we have some pretty damn exciting news, especially if you're into the mini classic edition consoles like myself. Strangely enough, all these little classic editions that have come out, I have the original systems, shit ton of games for them, so on and so forth, but I still get excited for them for one reason or another. There is some collectability with these things, and we kind of figured at Sega Fest 2019, is it Sega Fest or Sega FES? I'm just gonna call it Sega Fest. I don't know. Correct me if I'm wrong. It is what it is. But we kind of had a feeling and knew, hey, they're going to announce some new stuff here. So I'm at the same time excited, but on the other end of it, I'm kind of thinking, is there burnout with these mini classic edition consoles? And with Sega in particular, they have had a very excellent track record, in my opinion, in my humble opinion, of giving us access to their library of games over the years. Every damn system that's come out, there's some kind of collection, some Sonic the Hedgehog collection, Sega Genesis Classics collection. There has been tons of access, but the problem has always been it's mostly just Sega franchises. What about the other exclusives that were on the Sega Genesis or Mega Drive? And I think there is some good news here because it is looking like they are branching out and they do have some third-party support, just like the NES Classic, the Super Nintendo Classic. Those had other companies' games on it as well, and it looks like Sega is going about this in the opposite direction that I thought, because I seriously thought this is just going to be a mini classic system with all the games that they constantly are pumping out onto collections, but it looks like that is not the case. So we have a firm release date, we have some kind of pricing information, and a small handful of games that they have confirmed are going to be on the unit. So this bad boy worldwide release is coming out September 19th, 2019. And it looks like there are two bundles. There's a single controller bundle and then a two controller bundle. At least that's the way it appears. Kind of strange that they're doing it that way, but okay. Or at least that's what it looks like from this picture. Let's see, one pad, two pads. So I don't know, depending on the region, they might forego that and just do two pads everywhere. Maybe just in Japan, they'll do two different versions. I don't know. I don't really think it's needed to do two bundles, but that's part of what they're doing. So let's take a look. I looked at a few articles that had a little more information because I was not able to catch this live, but they did announce it during their live broadcast. But we do have a little more information. I did dig through their website a little bit to see what I could find, but there wasn't a lot up there yet. So September 19th, worldwide release, worldwide. Jeez, 40 games. That is pretty damn good. But you know, I'm thinking 80, 90% of them are going to be Sega franchises. That's okay. But here we go. Some versions will have Gunstar Heroes and Castlevania Bloodlines. That is definitely intriguing with the Castlevania Bloodlines part of it. I'm really hoping that comes out in the US on our version, because you know there's going to be differences. So here we go. Their fan event in Tokyo, it only announced games for the Japanese Mega Drive, so we don't have confirmation on what we're getting yet, but they don't even have confirmation of a full list. But here we go. They're saying Sonic 2, Puyo Puyo 2, Shining Force, Castlevania Bloodlines, Powerball, Gunstar Heroes, Comic Zone, Rent-A-Hero, Space Harrier 2, and Madu Monogatari Ichi. So some of those are Japan-only type things. But there we go. Pretty cool stuff. Let's see if they have I don't know if they have any more information anywhere else, but they are kind of like saying, hey, the Mega Drive Mini W with two pads is going to be 89,080 yen. And the single pad, just the Mega Drive Mini, is going to be 6980. So I don't know the conversion on that, but I did look up the 8980, and that's about 81 US dollars. So I would assume launch price is going to be $79.99 in the US. We could be a little less than that. Maybe they go $89.99. I don't know, but I'm thinking the $79.99 price range is what they will target in the US anyway. So definitely some interesting news here. Here's some pictures of the games that they have confirmed for Japan. I'm really hoping that there's a lot more third-party support with these 40 games. I don't want to just constantly see the same games that have been pumped out on these collections. that they've put out on every system over and over again. I want to see some surprises. I am really hoping so. That Vampire Killer or Castlevania Bloodlines, that's definitely one that got me a bit excited. Hopefully that transitions to the West and we get that out here in the US and Europe as well. But I would like to hear what third party, not Sega franchises, because I've already talked about this quite a bit in the past, but I didn't grow up owning a Sega Genesis, but I did have access through friends. I had friends who were really deeply into Sega, and I was playing it over, at their houses all the time. So I did have access. I did have that exposure to the Sega Genesis growing up. But you guys know it's a little different between owning it and having a friend who has it. You don't get to pick and choose what games you play. It's whatever they have. So it's a little different if you grew up with it, owned it, purchased games, that kind of thing. But I want to hear from you guys who grew up with the Sega Genesis. What third-party games, not Sega franchise games, third-party games that were exclusively on the Sega Genesis, or if a game that was ported or it was on like the Super Nintendo and the Sega Genesis or another system, but the Sega Genesis had like a better port, or maybe there was some specialness to it, like better music or, whatever, some features that were cut out of the Super Nintendo version. Let me know those games so I could take a look and see what I could be getting excited about, because I can think of a few. But not a ton. So I really would want to hear from you guys. Really do appreciate it. Let me know down in the comments below. Are you going to grab one of these? 2 controllers, the system, no at games included. Ask Games is not involved in this, so that is some huge news for sure. So really do appreciate it. I will catch you guys next time. Peace out, bye-byes, and boom. Bye.